Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Bo Rab again, and welcome to Chicagoland Baseball Chronicles. And I got my man Bill Haley with me. What's up, Bill?
Hey, what's going on, Bo? We ready to jump into another episode? Got a really exciting guest today. I know the people are gonna love to hear his story.
Yeah, we got a legend. We hit the
Okay.
jackpot this time. We hit the jackpot,
Jackpot.
Bill. We got Coach Sip. We got
All right, Sip.
Scipio Spinks. And I'm gonna say this right this time. On the introduction, I didn't say it right, but I'm gonna say it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a documented history major, Sip, from Kentucky State University. And yes, you are the first Chicago-born African American in MLB. What's up, man?
Hey man, hey, it's just glad to be on with you guys, man. I really appreciate you guys reaching out. I really am.
It's a
We're
beautiful
definitely
thing, man.
glad to have you, Sip. We're definitely glad to have you, Coach Sip. So we're gonna kind of start at the beginning with you, and you have a really interesting story in high school as far as your high school baseball career. It's really an interesting story involving a couple of Chicago area schools. Did you want to share that story with us?
Sure. I went to St. Peter High School out of grammar school and played there for 2 years, played baseball, played basketball my freshman, sophomore year. But entering my junior year, me having the same mom, my brother and I both were going to St. Rita. So I decided to go into another way so she could afford at least my brother, because he was the egghead. I was the athlete. So he stayed at St. Rita, and I went off to Harlan. And Harlan was a brand new school up on 95th in Michigan.
Yeah, Abbott
and,
Park.
and Abbott Park.
What year?
And
What year? Sip?
that was 1964.
Okay.
1964.
Okay.
Brand
And
new.
when I got there, I'm playing basketball, and I'm having a great time, and baseball season came around, and I looked for the baseball team. They said, we ain't got one. I go,
Wow.
Wow.
you talk about
Wow.
a stake drove through my heart.
Hmm.
So what I had to do, I went out and played semi-pro baseball at 15 years old.
Who did you
And,
Wow.
play
and
for,
What
Coach
was you
Sip? Who did you play for?
what were you playing at? Yeah.
I played on 2 or 3 different teams. I
Turn
played
your phone off. Turn your phone off, Sip.
my phone up. What do you mean? Oh,
No,
turn it off?
yeah, it was a phone. It was getting feedback. We good. But go ahead.
You sure? Okay. I played for the Detroit Stars, and that
Okay.
was that was out of Jackson Park. I also
Hmm.
played with the Jackson Park Orioles
Okay.
and a team just around in our neighborhood, just a pickup team but mostly the Detroit Stars and the Jackson Park Orioles. And what you did was you put up a certain amount of money a person, and if you win the game, you get the money back double. So I begged my mom. I begged her for $10 only when I'm pitching. Only when I'm
Only when
pitching.
you
You
only
betting
when
on
you
Only when
pitching.
I'm pitching.
so you
Only
betting
when
on
I'm pitching.
yourself.
So I'm the chance to win. If I don't win, it's my fault. And most of the time I won. And that's how I made my money. And but that's how what the great thing about it was that I was playing with men. I
Mm.
was instead of high school kids. I was playing with men.
You
I'm
playing
talking
with
about
grown
guys that
men.
grown men have played minor league ball, have off in college,
No.
making money
Wow.
for. I mean, they were betting $100 a game.
How old were you? How old were you, Coach?
15.
Wow.
I
Damn.
was 15 years old. Yep. And that was my high school uh, baseball program.
Grown
So
men. Huh?
grown men,
So
grown men.
when did you go to Washington Park? Because I heard some old cats tell me about Washington Park and Hamilton
Oh,
Park. Yeah, I did my homework, brother. I did my
there you
homework
go.
on you. I had
Well,
Rome them say they saw you at Hamilton Park. So come
yep.
on with this shit, man.
I,
Come on, man.
when I moved out to 61st and Champlain, I was 3 blocks from Washington Park, And what we did, we had neighborhood teams. And about every 3 blocks, about 3 blocks of us were guys that all played together. We had some hell of ball players. So what we would do, we walked to Washington Park and the baseball fields and wait our turn. If you win, you get to play another game. As long as you win, you don't have to go back and sit out. You stay on the field.
One game elimination. One game elimination.
Or if
that's
you
how it was in the park. That was Park District. That's right.
That was Park District. And if you get back, if you lost, it might take you 4 or 5 hours to get back out on that field. So we played to win it.
Very competitive.
Very, very competitive. Very competitive. And
so after that, you Harlan didn't have nothing. So what happened? When you went to college, where did you go?
After that, after Washington Park, I got a chance to play out at Hamilton Park. And that was with the first sanctioned Babe Ruth League team in Chicago.
Babe Ruth League.
Babe Ruth League. That was the first all black sanctioned. The first one that actually was the second in the United States. The first one was in Los Angeles, California. And we were the second. And
who's the coach by any chance? Who's the coach? Do you remember?
We had a guy, they weren't coaches, they were like fathers. And we had a guy named Anthony Overstreet, who was the president of Babe Ruth League. And he took me under his wing and just, I was one of the guys that they came by and picked up and brought to the game. Just to make sure I got there.
Yeah.
You was a renter player.
I was a rental player. You know, I had no other way to get there. You know, I'm still. But not,
you had a way to get there.
But you know, I wasn't that old yet. I was still 14. I was still 14, 15 years old. I had to change my name every weekend so I could play semi-pro, or I wouldn't have been able to play high school or college ball. I was going by the name of the Chicago Cub pitchers, Bob Anderson and Glenn Hobby, all them guys, Toothpick Jones, Sad Sam Jones.
They had to disguise you, man. They had to disguise you, coach.
They had to disguise me, baby. They had to disguise me. And from there, I went off to Wilson Junior College, which is now
Wilson Junior College. You heard that before, Bill. Kennedy King. Yeah, this history for y'all, baby. This is history. Go ahead, coach.
It was Wilson Junior College, and I played on their basketball team and the baseball team.
Stop it. Stop. You play basketball?
Sure. Of course. I'm an athlete, man. That's what we do.
So you know that the trend, the trend now towards a lot of youth sports is highly specialization. 12 months a year. Once you choose a sport early and you get kind of stuck in that lane.
And that's what's ruined our players today.
Absolutely.
Your body, when you train for one sport 12 months all year round, your body only trains a certain amount of body muscle. When you play all sports, it uses all the muscles and different muscles in your body. So there was no such thing as pull a hamstring out for 4 or 5 months. You pull a hamstring out, you 2 weeks. And you come back in there and you play. And it was just that we played. I'm gonna tell you something. People say, how come these guys can't throw more than 5 or 6 innings? We threw all year around. We were throwing basketball. We were throwing football. We were throwing baseball. We were throwing rocks. We were throwing snowballs. We were throwing everything we were playing setback. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but you get
setback. Oh yeah, I know about setback.
You get in the middle of the street and you see how far you can throw that guy to the other corner.
That's right.
And then we go up on.
Then we go 10 blocks.
And then we go up on the school and play strikeout. Make them boxes.
Paint that box on the wall.
Right.
On the wall.
That's right.
You play 1-on-1, and you had to
That's
hit.
right.
You had to hit like the hitter that's in your lineup. If he was left-handed,
right.
you had to hit left-handed. You know.
That's right.
Hey, that's how I
hey,
came
Sip.
up. Yeah, baby.
Hey, Sip. So when you got to Wilson, you did your thing.
Yep.
What happened from there?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I was pitching against Wright Junior College, and Wilson hadn't beat Wright in 10 years. And I looked up in the stands, they had 40 scouts sitting up there.
So you on the radar.
No, wasn't to see me. It was this white boy that pitched for Wright that was like 6'4", 6'5", had a good arm. I punched out 16 of them, hit a home run off of them, and beat them 2-0. Do you know now?
That's what I'm talking about.
But not one scout came up and talked to me. Not one. And as I was leaving, not one.
Stop it.
Not
really?
one. I was throwing gas too, cuz.
You was coming with it, man. With it, man.
Shit, I had something they didn't even want it. Scout told me to hit me, you have to have good hearing.
You ain't gonna see it, huh?
You gotta have good hearing. You ain't gonna see it.
You on birth control pills.
I was on them birth control pills, baby, them little bitty ones, you know. And so as I was going in my car, this scout walked up to me and said, "Have you ever thought about playing pro ball?" I go, "Hell yeah." He said, "Are you playing for anybody else?" Because that was the last game of the junior season. I go, "Yeah, I'm playing Saturday afternoon in Jackson Park." And I was playing with the Detroit Star, and we were playing, and I heard you say it the other day, the Milwaukee White Sox. They were barnstorming. Yeah, they were
white boys, them pros, man.
Minor league guys. They were barnstorming around Illinois. And I went out there, I pitched, and I looked around, I didn't see nobody. I didn't see no scout, I didn't see nobody. You know, if you white in Jackson Park, you're going to stay out. You know? Right. And the game was over with. I beat him. And as I was leaving, he came up to me. He said, "How far do you live from here?" And I said, "A little bit, not too far. I'm going to follow you home." And that's when we talked about me playing pro ball. And my mom wanted me to go to 4-year school. But that wasn't on my map. You know, that wasn't me. You know, I ate, slept, and drank baseball. And so
that, buddy.
he finally talked us into playing. And for some reason, we thought he said a bonus. Well, we didn't get no bonus. I didn't get a penny. I wasn't drafted. He said that we'll give you this incentive to sign. And I'm thinking about I said, "How much is it?" He said, $7,500. I said, "Shit, Mom. That's a lot of money in 1966.
Back then, that was a lot of money, wasn't it?
In
1966, we were gone. 2 days later, I'm in Bismarck.
Wow.
Yep. 2 days later, I'm in Bismarck, North Dakota. And, you know, don't know where the hell I am. They ain't never seen no black people. They thought we were Indians. They had no idea. I don't even think they had TV up there, man. And so I'm sitting around 2 weeks gone by, and I walk in the club, and everybody got their little envelopes on their stool, except me. And I walk to the manager. I go, "Say, Tony, where's my bonus check?" He said, "You didn't get a bonus check." I said, "Yes, I did." The guy said, "I'm going to get $7,500 to sign." He said, "Sip, that ain't no bonus. That's an incentive bonus." I said, "What the hell is that?" He said, "You got to get $1,000 to go to AA and play 90 consecutive days, $1,500 in AAA, play 90 consecutive days, and $5,000 to play to get that $5,000, you have to be in the major leagues for 90 consecutive. And what teams do, they take back there for 70 days and bring you back. You know,
Ain't that
so
about a blimp, man?
I looked at him and I said, I'm gonna get it. I said, I'm gonna get that money.
But you
And
gonna get the money. All
I
right.
got it. I got it. I skipped
Okay.
double A. I skipped double A. I went to triple A, picked up $2,500, went to the big league, picked up $5,000 up. But my very, very first game in professional baseball, I struck out 20 hitters. And that's, I think, I put my name in the Houston Astros organization for a little bit. Because I'm there with I'm there with bonus babies, black and white guys. And I think, Bill, I thought I told you yesterday, was that back in the minor league when I played, there were 225 ball players in spring training. 100 of them were black.
Yep. You told me that.
100 of them were black. And so not only did you have to be better than the white ball player 3 times, you got to be better than the black ball player 3 times. You just had to do what you had to do to go where you had to go.
I heard that.
And that's what I did.
That was in the Houston. That was in the Houston organization, huh?
That was in the Houston Astros organization. Yep. And
Who were some of the players that you came up with, man?
Oh shit! Bob Watson, Jimmy Wynn, Larry Durker,
Wow,
Doug Rader, Joe Morgan. All my guys just passed this year. All my buddies just passed this year. We all, Keith Lampert, a bunch of us. You know, we had a team in 1967 in Cocoa, Florida. They had 17 black ball players on the team.
Wow.
Unheard of. That's unheard of in today's game. Unheard of in today's game.
It ain't 17 in the organization.
Did you ever run across J.R. Richards in the Houston organization? Did you ever?
Did I? Me and Jay, we had what you call a friendly rivalry.
Really? What was that all about?
He strike out 12, I'm gonna strike out 12. He strike out 15, I'm gonna strike out 15. Jay was the number 1 draft choice.
Bonus baby.
That'll baby, Bud Light is right. You know, Jay was the number 1 draft choice, and I, like I said, I didn't get drafted. I didn't get any money.
You got signed.
I just got signed. I got an opportunity.
You got a chance.
I just got an opportunity.
He made the most of it too, didn't he, man?
Yeah, I tried to do everything I could. No, Jay and I played against with each other for a long time. Jay and I, you know, we came up. Jay finally met up with me in Oklahoma City in AAA.
Okay.
And we had probably the best starting staff in minor league baseball in AAA in Oklahoma City.
Fireball.
Oh my God! You come in there, you had a chance to go on either 0 for 30 or 0 for 10. So we walk you a whole lot of times. There's a whole lot of walks in that start.
A whole lot of heat too. A whole lot of heat.
A whole lot of heat. We can keep you warm, baby. It ain't gonna be hard to keep you warm. But no, Jay was there.
Man, you gotta be laughing, man.
And J.R. Richards standing 6'8", 6'7",
6'8". Just he was freak. He was a freak. He was just a freak. I mean, and he had no idea where that ball was going, and neither did I.
He said, "Neither did you, huh?"
Neither did I. I had one year. Yeah, baby.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead. Yeah, 1 year.
I had 1 year. I had 100, and this is my first year in AAA ball. Jay wasn't there yet. I had 125 in this pitch, 119 walks, and 120 strikeouts.
So it's going one way or the other.
It wasn't no hits in between that though. It was going one way. I was going to walk you or strike you out. And
you were a starter. You were a starter when they put you out
starting pitcher. Exactly.
Now let me ask you this, Coach Sip, because I know you've been, even after your baseball career, you would stay connected to the game.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the World Series this year. The Tampa Bay Rays send out 5 guys out the bullpen throwing 100.
Okay.
But all these guys, a lot of injuries, a lot of surgery, a lot of. Did you have to ever deal with any serious injuries or anything like that with all that velocity? No.
Not one time. Not
Wow.
one time.
Not,
I mean,
not with your arm.
not with my arm, with my knee. We talk about that, but
No,
because
but they don't know about it. Tell them.
okay,
tell them. Tell them about the knee, man.
I want to hear about this arm, these injuries. Why are these guys getting hurt so much? Why can they not? Pitch, finish the game?
Because they don't pitch enough. They pitch 5 innings. They don't throw enough. They don't throw enough. They limit. You got coaches. You only need to throw 35 pitches today. Mm-hmm. You only need to throw 75 pitches. Shit, if I threw 75 pitches and I was in the 8th, I was in the 4th inning, and I was just, and I'm just getting going. I'm just getting going. I mean, 85 pitches, baby, and don't even come out on the mound.
So you're not with that. So what you saying? You're not with the new way of pitching as far as the pitch counts and all that stuff. You're not for that.
No, I know what you got to be for it now, because these kids didn't know back when they were younger how to throw, how to take care of their arm. These dads and so-called pitching gurus out there limiting kids how much to throw instead of letting them develop. You gotta. God give you stamina, and God gives you fastball, but you gotta develop your body on your own. And that's where all that throwing that we did when we were young came into play. These guys don't do that anymore. We go to the ballpark, it would be 9 or 10 of us strong walking down the street. You can't go to a ballpark now without a mom and dad standing in their car waiting for their son to play with 4 coaches out there that don't know what the hell they're doing.
I heard that. I heard that.
They're just out there making money. We played baseball.
I heard that.
But
tell me this.
Tell me this. Yeah.
Tell me this. Name me some of the cats along the way after your game who you were coaching, man, because you coached at Jackson State. That's why I saw you. I saw you at Jackson State when I was at Utica. So go into some of these cats, man. You already know.
God. Now
tell
that's
me
another
some cats you showed how to go to the pros.
That's another broadcast.
Come on with it.
The first one, Charlie Scott.
Charlie Scott. That's your man.
My man.
That's his man.
I met Charlie when I first got to Jackson State. And I think he graduated right when I first got there. Unbelievable young brother from Chicago. Had everything. Then Leroy Oil Can Boy. Oh my God. That's another show. That's a whole show.
He get a whole episode.
Oh my goodness. But I had him. I had Marvin Freeman. Starving Marvin. Then
my man. That's my man now.
That's
my man.
Brother, Marvin came down there from Chicago, down to Jackson State, walking around talking about, I said, okay, pitchers, let's go to the line and run. Mark said, Marvin don't run. I said, well, Marvin don't pitch. Marvin ran. Hey, I'm from Chicago too, Marvin. You don't run that on me. You can do that to Brady. You ain't gonna do that to me. We're going to talk, and we're going to do it right. Marvin needed somebody. It's like Marvin and Oil Can. They needed somebody to point him in the right direction and somebody to believe them. And once you got that respect from them, because God, you got to give respect to get respect. And I gave them their respect, and once they found out that I had an idea, that I knew what the hell I was talking about, shit, you couldn't touch Oil Can, and you damn sure couldn't touch Marvin. Those guys.
When you talk about all 3 of those guys, they got the same body style, long, lean, tall guys.
Yep. Sticks. It is real.
Yeah. All 3 of them kind of put me in the same mindset. Charlie, Oil Can.
You didn't have Eddie Curry, huh?
No, I didn't have Eddie. Eddie was after me. I was gone before when he got there. I think I met Eddie.
Eddie was before them.
When was Eddie there? About what?
Eddie graduated. Say he was in Eddie was in the Houston Astros organization. That's one of my guys. Eddie came while you probably was still, let me see, while you still in probably your last year of the major leagues.
Probably that's what it was. Okay. I thought
Yeah,
Eddie
right.
was
You didn't
after
see
them.
Eddie.
Yeah, no,
No,
I
Eddie,
didn't. I didn't
Eddie
see
old
him.
school.
You know what?
Gas, left hand.
I think I did meet Eddie because when I got finished playing
Astros.
pro ball, I went and scouted for the Astros,
Mhm.
Okay, you
and
had to see Eddie. Eddie
so
was a
I
draft
saw
pick.
him. Yeah, he was a draft pick, and I think
Gas.
because when
JSU.
I left the Astros because I had some differences with the front office. You know,
Who
they
was
act
your
like,
manager? Who was your manager at the Astros?
well, I had Harry Walker, Lord have mercy.
Who?
You know, Harry the Hat Walker had no clue. I mean, he didn't. Well, I ain't gonna say it, but he had too many black friends. You know, said
Hello.
his brother Dixie was the guy that wrote the letter that started the letter in 1947 for white people to sign so they wouldn't play against Jackie Robinson because his brother Dixie was on the Dodgers and he didn't.
Dixie Walker.
Enough said.
Dixie Walker.
Enough said.
And his brother
Enough
was
said.
Harry. His brother Harry
Enough.
was manager.
Enough
There you go.
said.
There you go. Now
Enough said.
the best thing that happened to me, I got traded to the Cardinals and had red shingdings.
Okay.
Now you're talking about difference in attitude. You're talking about difference in he was a baseball man. He had no color variation. Didn't make him no difference. I mean, it was night and day. It was night and day. But also, who ran the team over there was my mentor, the greatest mentor I ever had on and off the field, Bob Gibson.
Oh, he ran the team.
He ran the pitching staff, and Joe Torre ran the hitters. You know, when I say ran them, they had pretty much say so about who's gonna play and who wasn't gonna play.
And as players, they had that type of clout.
They had that clout.
Yeah,
they had that clout. They had that clout. They were old school, and you learn from them. You learn from them, and I learned from them. Just sitting around watching. Bob Gibson to me was most intimidating, but as mean as he was, that's how nice he could be.
Really?
Yeah, because he took me under his wing. We were playing. When I first got to St. Louis, I get there and I walk in the locker room and nobody in there but Bob Gibson because it was way early before the game, and I'm scared hell of him. You know, we're all scared of Bob Gibson. You know when you say his name, you make the sign of the cross. You know, and hope he don't strike your ass. And so I go in there and I look around and there he is. He didn't say hello. He didn't say how you doing, brother. He didn't say a word to me. I was a starter on that staff for 3 weeks, and he's never opened his mouth. He's never smiled at me. He never said anything. So I win a game in Montreal, and I pitched the whole 9 innings like we always did. Got a couple hits, struck out a few bunch of guys. So the reporters come after the game and they go, the next Bob Gibson. I go, no, sir. I said, no, sir. I said, no, sir. I said, until I've pitched as long as that gentleman over there has, until I've done what he has done, you can't compare me. My name is Scipio.
Don't put that on me.
Yeah, don't put that on me. My name's Scipio Spinks, and I'm happy to be here.
I heard that, man. I heard that.
They leave. I look out the corner of my eye. Here come Bob Gibson walking right to me. I go, oh shit.
Here we go.
What did I say wrong? This man's gonna snatch my throat out. I know he is. He stood over me. I had my head down. He said, I heard what you said. He said, every black pitcher that come up here and throw hard, they want to be like me. It's about time somebody be himself. He said, let's go eat. And I got my head down. I said, Mr. Gibson, I can't eat with you guys. He said, I didn't say pay for it. And from that day to the day I left the Cardinals, he put me under his wing.
Wow.
And taught me everything. That's how I
That's
learned my
good
game.
business.
That's how I
So
learned
That's
my
some
game.
good. That's
So
some
throughout
good
your
business.
entire
Yeah.
career, wherever you were a starting pitcher. No, this once they gave you the ball in the first inning, they expected you to complete this game. And no middle relief, long
Yeah,
relief.
no. The manager come out in the 6th, 7th inning. I go, "Can I help you? Something wrong? Oh, I just come out
My
to slow
game.
you. I just come out to slow you down a little bit, sir. Just come to slow you down.
It's my game.
It's my.
game.
I said, please want that guy warming up over there coming in.
That's old. That's the old school baseball. There.
That's how we did it, baby. That's how
That's
we
old
did
school
it.
baseball, man. That's old
That's
school
what,
baseball, man.
and that's
They have a role now. They have a role now in the major leagues. A left-hand guy come in and pitch to one guy.
I know it. It's crazy. It's crazy,
Mm.
and that's why they can't win. That's why they come up with two arms. That's why they can't pitch a whole lot of innings. That's how they don't know how to pitch. Because you gotta face hitters.
Got to go through that line 3 times. Got to go through that.
Got to go through them.
There you go. And maybe the 4th time, I didn't get my second win until the 7th inning.
Wow.
7th inning
Some
came.
cats,
I'm going.
some
Oh
cats
shit!
don't get loose.
Yes, I don't get the chance to get to the 7th inning.
You're not even getting loose good, huh?
You know, and that's the problem. You don't get loose. You're still out trying to learn how to pitch instead of, one thing about me and one thing about not so much me, but very good pitchers, you got to have a good recall. I got to know what you guys can hit, what you
How
like
did I get
to
you out
hit.
last time?
There you go. What I gave you last time you swung at it. Now you're gonna look what the time I ain't gonna give it to you. So
what kind of thing did you take?
There you go. And you can't rely on the catcher. You do it yourself. You do it yourself.
Right.
But that was my knee injury, 72 in St. Louis. That was my best. That was my best year.
Rolling.
I was 3rd in the National League in strikeouts, 3rd in the National League in earned run average. This is July 12th. This is 4th of July.
Past the All-Star break. We passed the All-Star break. We rolled.
All-Star break was the next week.
Next week, okay.
As a matter of fact, it was on my birthday. And I just got informed that I'm gonna be nominated on the All-Star team.
Wow.
And I'm going, shit. So the pitcher that was supposed to pitch that day had a cold. Reggie Cleveland. And so I went to Red. I said, Red, give me the ball. Because I started counting. Shoot, that'll be the All-Star break. Be on my birthday. Hell yeah, I'm ready. Going out there, first bad game I had in the big league. We're playing Cincinnati and Cincinnati. And this is Johnny Bench's big year now. Johnny Bench is rolling and going. I mean, he's hitting home runs.
Is this the big red machine? Is this that era?
This is the big red machine. I'd already faced him once already and got him. And this time, he was right there. And it must have been 3rd or 4th inning. They done jumped on me for 5 runs. So here we go. I'm the leadoff hitter in the 5th inning. And I'm heading to the locker room. I said, Red ain't gonna let me go. He said, Sip, get a bat. I said, oh shit. So I went up there, pitcher hangs me a curveball. See, I can hit a little bit, cuz. I can hit a little bit. He hung me a curveball.
Like Marvin.
He hit
like
me
Marvin.
Marvin wanted to be like me. That's
we go.
Tell I said
you heard that Marvin.
I said, Marvin, you heard that.
You gonna hear it.
You better hear that, big dog. But I got a base hit. And I get to first base. Now I'm wolfing. Now I'm selling some tickets. So we coming to get you now. We gonna get them 5 runs back. And so, before that last inning, the bases were loaded and 2 outs, and Johnny came up. And I threw him a fastball, and he popped it up straight in the air for the last out. And he slammed his bat down on the ground. I said, hey, Johnny. I said, Johnny, you ain't the only guy to play this game. There's other people out there who play too. And he looked back at me, and I looked at him, and we were cool. And I thought, I get on base. Next hit was Lou Brock. Lou Brock hits a long fly. I blame Brock for getting hurt. I blamed him for me getting hurt. because he didn't hit the ball out of the ballpark. It got, the ball got caught. The next hitter, Luis Melendez, comes up, hits a BB to the left center field, and see, I could run. See, I was a 9'6" guy. You know, I was one of the fastest in the Astros and Cardinals organization straight away. You know, so they used to use me to pinch run all the time. You know, somebody got base. So I took off.
Okay.
I'm flying.
Okay,
I hit second.
here we go, Sip.
I took off. I hit second base. Saw the ball was going in the gap. I said, "Shit, I'm scoring." So I hit
these runners back.
As soon as I hit third base, I see the third base coach coming, raising his hand.
Stop sign.
Stop sign. Cause I was in my lane. I was leaning towards home. It wasn't no stop sign. And I slid across the plate, and as I was coming up from the slide, I saw the ball hit in front of the plate, bounce off, hit Johnny Bench on his chest protector, and Johnny came down and hit me with his knee. It's like a clip put off, and PCL was snapped.
Wow!
Right there. I jumped up because I still had a lot of adrenaline in me. I said, "Got your butt," and ran in. Down, tried to get back up, fell straight on my face. That was done for that year.
Wow!
You know,
this is your all-star year.
That was my all-star year.
Johnny Bench put the knee on you.
Wow. Yep, he dropped
the hammer on him.
Yep, but see,
he dropped the hammer on him.
That's how the game was played. You know, you can't get now. Did I want to get him? Oh, baby. The next year, I was out for that whole year. The next year, I missed the whole year. The next year, we're playing against Cincinnati, and I'm starting against them in St. Louis.
Okay.
And on the scoreboard, it had, "Be here tomorrow for round 2. Scipio Spinks versus Johnny Bench on the Cincinnati Reds." Well, next day came, started the game. Johnny came up. It was man on first and second, and 2 outs. I threw 3 fastballs right under his chin. I said, "Johnny, you know what?" I said, "Johnny, I ain't gonna hit you this time, but when you come back the next inning, I got you.
With nobody on base.
I want you to think. I didn't care if the base was loaded. I was gonna get him anyway." I said, I wanted you to think about it. And so I threw 3 fastballs outside corner. He went and sat down. The next time he came up to hit, they sent up a pinch hitter. I hit him right in the middle of the back. And I said,
you hit him too.
Get that to Johnny.
I said, "Take that to Johnny." And so that was my sister Johnny Bench story right there, man.
Classic.
That's the classic stuff, Sip. Man, this been good, man. This been good.
Thank you, babe. Thank you.
Hey, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man. You know,
thank you so much.
You history,
guys,
man.
Thank you, guys.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you now giving me the interview, and and letting these cats know this stuff, man. Because, like I said, you guys didn't have internet, didn't have social media, they didn't have nothing, man.
No.
So
we didn't have coaches. We didn't have coaches.
You had to figure it out.
That's what Roman said. Roman said he didn't have that. Roman said they didn't show him shit when he got drafted, man.
You better go out.
Nothing, man.
Nothing. You better go out there and do what you do. Do what you do.
Shit. That's what Roman said. Roman said they ain't show him, and you bagging it up. You before Roman, and you repeating the same thing. So that's something for these young cats to see. The edge that they got. At least they got instruction. Y'all didn't have no instruction on absolutely shit.
But how I learned to play baseball? Watching Channel 9, watching Chicago Cubs play. That's how I played. And then what I would do is tap on that L and try to get to Wrigley Field in the 7th or 8th inning and watch me 1 or 2 innings before I go back home for free. Because you can walk through them gates. They would start to you.
He walked in the gates.
Well, me personally, I went to White Sox Park. I wouldn't go nowhere near Wrigley Field. I catch the hives.
And I was the exact same about the White Sox. I was the only brother on the South Side that was a Cub fan.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
I know, but Ernie
Shame
Banks
on
was my
you,
man.
dude.
Ernie Banks was my man.
That's the second.
I heard.
Yeah, Ernie Banks.
Shortstop Ernie Banks.
That was Melvin Jackson's man too. Now
Sure.
we
Hey,
just heard that Melvin Jackson.
I used to ride to the ballpark. I used to sit on his stoop at 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturdays and Sundays when the Cubs were in town. And he'd walk out and look at me and he said, I guess you want to go to the ball game. I said, yes, sir. He said, get in the car.
Wow.
And he pick up with a couple other major leaguers, and I'm in the back seat riding the big league game at 14, 15 years old with Ernie Banks.
Wow.
That's good shit. That's good shit. We steady getting it, Bill. Bill, we steady getting it, ain't we? We steady getting
it. Classic interviews. Thank you so much,
steady
Coach.
Getting it.
Hey, man.
The Chicagoland Baseball Chronicles. Only
South
here,
side.
y'all.
South
That's
side,
right.
baby.
That's right. That's right, Sip. Sip, I appreciate you, man. This has been a real good interview, man. Bill, we gonna piece this one out. This is a classic here, man.
Thank you, brothers. Thank you, Bill.
This
Thank
was
you,
beautiful.
Bo. Thank you, guys,
beautiful, man. This was real beautiful, man.
Take us on out of here, Bo.